लगता है क्रिप्टो कॉर्नर पावर्ड बाय बाइनेंस।
नमस्कार, क्रिप्टो कॉर्नर में आपका स्वागत है और हमारे साथ आज सब चीज़ों पर बात करने के लिए मेपल फाइनेंस के सीईओ एंड को फाउंडर सिड पावल हैं। सिड, बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए। सबसे पहले आपकी क्या सेंस है कन्वर्जेंस को लेकर, चाहे वो इंस्टीट्यूशनल प्राइवेट क्रेडिट है, रियल वर्ल्ड एसेट्स हैं या फिर करेंसी हेजिंग है?
That's a great question, Manisha. We see a lot of acceleration on the level of institutional adoption of crypto. I mean, this was best exemplified the other week when we had the announcement of Robinhood Chain and Robinhood making on-chain yields available to their 30 million customers and 350 billion of assets. We've also seen significant strides in tokenization with some of the huge private credit players like Apollo, Hamilton Lane, among others, tokenizing their private credit funds and making these available through DeFi and to crypto investors writ large.
Point taken. Sid, also when you look at the global smart contract credit funds, pool international liquidity to cater to high growth, the capital-starved commercial businesses or fintechs in emerging markets, how do you see that going ahead and in sense of trajectory?
That's a fantastic question. We actually get a lot of inbound interest from payment processors and from small business lenders who are based in India who are, as you said, capital starved. There is a lot of investment happening in the country and a lot of demand for capital as many of these businesses look to grow. And so they are how they are looking at using real world assets and tokenization is to raise debt through smart contracts or through on-chain protocols such as Maple and many of the others out there. And so what they can offer is high yields to international investors, and in return, what they get is capital to grow and invest in capex and the expansion of their businesses. So we see a lot of demand there, and I think India is a geographic region that is poised to grow off the back of tokenized private credit.
Point taken. Sid, also when it comes to cross-border regulatory or forex currency hedging hurdles, that of course must be resolved before Indian institutional players can seamlessly deploy capital into decentralized markets, would you say?
I think FX hedging cross-border is going to be an opportunity and indeed a hurdle that needs to be overcome, because as your listeners may be aware, many of the investors in on-chain private credit are using US dollars. However, the companies in India who would take out loans to invest in their business would want to use FX. So you need to have robust FX hedging in there so that you don't have either the investors or the businesses taking on too much FX risk. We've seen green shoots in this area. I do know a number of companies who are looking to provide that hedging either as OTC desks or through tokenization of the Indian rupee. So I think that is probably one of the key issues. I think cross-border regulation of cryptocurrency movements is getting better. Many of us here in the US are kind of waiting to see how the Clarity Act shakes out. Still seems to be a coin toss as to whether that happens this year, but I think that will then accelerate the regulatory frameworks for the rest of the world when it comes to regulating cryptocurrency.
Sid, as an institutional banker by trade, how do you balance programmatic, smart contract automation with traditional human-led credit underwriting?
What we do is we use the smart contracts on Maple's side to raise the capital. We use this for many of the operational burdens, which used to be quite cumbersome when I was back in institutional banking. So calculation of interest payments, settling payments and settling loans. And then where we overlay human expertise is on the actual credit underwrite. So Maple's core business, we have close to 2 billion in loans outstanding against large cap cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, and XRP. So we overlay human judgment on top of programmatic smart contracts. But increasingly, we're also using AI to monitor volatility and to alert our ops team and credit teams, when there is a spike in volatility and therefore more riskiness as to these loans. But that's how we do it today, and I expect the use of AI to continue to surge in our business.
सर थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन। तो क्लियरली जहां तक ह्यूमन लेड क्रेडिट अंडरराइटिंग की बात है या फिर उसको स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑटोमेशन कह रहे हैं, सिर्फ जैसे हमें बता रहे हैं कि सारा कुछ आगे जाके कन्वर्ज हो जाएगा स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स के साथ साथ रियल वर्ल्ड एसेट टोकनाइजेशन, स्टेबल कॉइन्स, और जिस तरह से लोग पैसा भी यहाँ पर क्रिप्टो में इंस्टीट्यूशनल की तरफ लगा रहे हैं वो काफ़ी यहाँ पर बढ़ता हुआ दिखा भी है। फिलहाल इसी के साथ इस कार्यक्रम में इतना ही समय है, हम लौटेंगे लेकर आएंगे खिलाड़ी नंबर 1।
CNBC आवाज प्रस्तुत करता है क्रिप्टो कोर्नर।